Let's bring in Time Magazine's Washington bureau chief, Massimo Calabrese. This week's new issue is the war on Mueller. Take us inside the cover story. I'm just looking at the cover. I'm just looking at him. It kind of brings to my mind the image of the emperor with no clothes. Are the clothes off yet, Massimo?
Oh, no.
Yeah, not an image anyone wants to contemplate. John is absolutely right. What's going on here, there are two wars going on. One is an intense war, out of sight largely, between Trump's lawyers and Mueller over whether or not Trump will testify under oath. And it's a dangerous moment for Trump. If he testifies, it could be a perjury trap. We know where that led with Clinton. He's famously undisciplined and could waver from the truth when testifying. On the other hand, if he doesn't testify, he could be subpoenaed. So that's going on in the background. The public stuff with Giuliani and with Trump claiming these increasingly broad powers is exactly to John's point. They are preparing the ground for the moment that Mueller issues his report on what he has found, because ultimately this case is going to be tried in front of the public. Trump probably will not be charged no matter what Mueller finds because of the constitutional issues surrounding indicting a sitting president. But there will be, as there was under Clinton, a public accounting of this. And in fact, what they're doing is running the Clinton playbook as Clinton ran it against Starr. But what's different this time, and the reason for our cover, is that Trump in running those plays is claiming these increasingly broad presidential powers.
Hey, Massimo, it's Walter. Good to see you again. I was reading your cover, and it seems to me that historically the way these things can break is when people stand up and show some moral compass. History remembers Margaret Chase Smith, who did it back in the times of Joe McCarthy. Remember Barry Goldwater doing it back in the times of Watergate with Nixon. Are we starting to see, with Paul Ryan and some others, the ability of the Republicans to go back to sort of the Gerald Ford sense of morality? I was just reading Don Rumsfeld's book on Gerald Ford, where you have a Rotarian sense of decency, an Eagle Scout's moral compass, and you're willing to stand up and say, all right, we have to tell the truth now.
Well, Paul Ryan did come out yesterday and supported Trey Gowdy, Congressman Trey Gowdy, who had come out and said that the president's claims regarding this idea that a spy was implanted into his campaign were spurious and not based in the truth. But in general, Trump has been very, very successful at rallying the party to him. And by and large, Republicans have fallen into line. His popularity with the Republican Party is second only to George W. Bush after 9/11 looked over the last 4 decades. He's enormously popular in the Republican Party. And further to John's point, the numbers show that the attack on Mueller is working. The idea that the Mueller investigation is a witch hunt has been accepted by another 5% of the population over the last 5 months. So by and large, even if there are Republicans who want to come out and take a stand, it's a very difficult environment for them to do it in.
Massimo Calabrese, thank you very much for being on the show this morning. Still ahead on Morning Joe, did Trey Gowdy start a trend on Capitol Hill? Paul Ryan echoes the South Carolina congressman in defending the integrity of the FBI. We'll bring in member of the Judiciary Committee, Senator Richard Blumenthal, live from Capitol Hill. You're watching Morning Joe. We'll be right back.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.